Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. Welcome back for episode 33 of our Medieval Dynasty Let's Play. If you learn anything useful today or have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you are feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe, but either way, let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty, here we go. So it is nighttime. We are coming up on the last day of winter. I did some crafting, not as much as normal, but we did do some crafting. I wish I had done more with the logs, but time was kind of the essence last night. I did fix up our leather situation though. We have 120 simple shoes. We were getting out of hand with the leather. And then we did do a bunch of stone knives. And some wooden vials, just not as many as I would have liked. We've got 840, so. Our current person who was selling vials is selling tools at the moment to help us get rid of the stone knives, because the lady that was selling tools for us is actually out on maternity leave, because of course she is. Who's not at this point? So today, I would like to do a little bit more with the prettying up, get some more of the stone fences down, things of that nature. But other than that, we're starting to get to the point where most of our stuff is on autopilot at this point. I don't know why that sheep's awake and these three aren't, but whatever. So at this point, it's mostly village maintenance, which is kind of starting to make it a little slow, but that's okay. I do want to try to get up to the mine again during winter, just to get some extra stone and whatnot, although there's a bunch right here. I also need to get back over to Nicola so that we can finish up her quest. I wouldn't mind doing some hunting. Our hunting level is quite low because we got the hunting shack up like right away. I mean, our wife was a hunter, and that was like our second or third villager, so we haven't really had to hunt much, and that has kind of stunted our hunting level. I would like to get our hunting level up though, because that is where we're going to find the reload speed for the crossbow, which, as we found out last episode, is definitely necessary. I think we might be able to get 50 stone out of just what we picked up here. Yep. So there's that at least. We have 50 stone going for us. I am going to have to build a minimum of one more house, I realized, even if it's just to jockey people around. Because once Otto is 18, he's going to be off living on his own. So that's going to be a little awkward. And maybe we won't move him out right away. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that just yet. But I'm hoping that we can get at least one more lantern or lamppost up, because I want to cover that gap in the fencing by the pigs in the fold, using Stesso's recommendation to put a fence post in front of it to hide the gap. I think that was a fantastic suggestion, and we will take it. I also am hoping that we get some people off of maternity leave here very shortly so that we can get some of that honey coming in. So I think in our next batch there's a hunter, or not a hunter, a farmer. I'm hoping at the very least. Then we've got the rye harvest coming up very soon as well, for good or ill. Now I do have some junk that we need to sell. Let's put our wool in there too. I need those sheep to wake up so that I can shear the rest of them. For some reason it let me shear the one but not the others. And I think they used all the cork. I'm actually pretty sure that they used all the cork. Oh, no, they didn't. So they should be able to make quite a bit of cheese today. So let's see if we take those. That gives us 10 eggs, so we can put one back. So that'll give us 3 scrambled eggs. Just based on what we have on us. I would love to go on a sale run right this instant. The problem is they're not going to be awake yet. But if we start... Actually, I think we are going to go to turn in our quest with Nicola. Because I think if we start at that end, they should be awake by the time we get there. And that will give us some extra options. And options are always a good thing. Whether you're talking stocks or life. So which of the feathers I've brought is the winner? None. Excuse me, after dozens of experiments, it seems that the good old goose feather is actually the best choice. Does this mean all our work was for nothing? Not at all. We found the answer we were looking for. It calls for celebration. My wife was correct. Your passion truly has no match. I would love to have someone with your energy around. Will you consider joining my settlement? I think I'm going to go. Feel free to celebrate for both of us. We don't need another person, but if she has a really high skill level... Screw it. We can always kick her out later. Oh my! We just got 30 unpredictable arrows of randomness. A special item. These are the leftovers from Nicola's research. There's no way of predicting how they'll behave in action. They do between 1 and 100 damage. I think I'm just going to keep those in our house as an artifact of a fun little quest, because that feels like something that could very, very easily get us killed. She is indeed a high-quality producer. Oh, we do have an extra house, apparently. Okay, put her in that one. And then, where do we need producers? Not the cooks. Those are both 6s. Oh no, that's her skill. Let's see what we've got. Let's go to production. So here we've got a 6 and a 5, a 5 and a 5, a 4 and a 4. We could put her there. He's a 7. He's a 5. A 4 and a 3. 4 and a 4. A 4 and a 4. And a 4 and a 4. We think we're going to replace the 3 with her. So let's go ahead and put her there. And then now we've got another producer. Do we have anywhere that could use a production person? No. So what other skill does that producer have? So let's sort by profession. And then the one that's not a child. So she could be... Okay. So we could put her in the fishing hut or the herbalist hut. And I think for now, we're going to put her in the fishing hut because we don't have anybody running the fishing hut. And we might just leave her in the fishing hut because we're not using the fishing hut for any kind of food or anything like that. Its sole purpose is to make us money. So having her there isn't going to hurt anything. Alright. So that was actually not as terrible as it could have been. Alright, I wanted to see what that other quest was while we were here. And try to sell stuff if they'll buy it. Are you awake? Do you have money? You do have money. Buy my boots. Actually, let's sell off this miscellaneous junk so my inventory is not super full. We have some bronze arrows that we can offload as well as our cheap item. Need... Let's see what else. Wine bottle. Alright, and then simple shoes. That leaves her with 67, so we can get rid of some of these bronze arrows.
Greeting you.
Perfect. Well, bless you. Alright. So let's see who else we can rake over the coals monetarily. Because that does seem to be a hobby of mine. 13 of those. Then we shall do some more bronze arrows. And now you two are the only ones here, if I remember right. So let's go ahead and head over to Branica. So I want to try to offload as many of these shoes as we can. We had over 100. Should have brought some vials with us too. Oh well. It is what it is. Whoop! Swing and a miss. I jumped the first fence and missed the second. Oh, is that iron? No, that's stone. That is totally not worth stealing. I still have not stolen anything in this game, and there is an achievement for stealing stuff. Actually, a couple of them.
Hello. Whatever you need, I've got it.
And I feel like I should probably do some of that, but I don't know. Stealing rubs me the wrong way.
Goodbye.
Which is funny, because I had zero qualms about doing it in Skyrim. But for some reason in this game it bothers me. I mean, our coinage, we are up to 13,000. I'm sorry, 130,000. I forgot that we tripped over into the 6 digits. Alright. So it says that we still have 6 people that are missing tools. So the well's just missing a person, so that's 1. Barn's missing a person, that's 2. Apiary is 3. Pigsty needs repaired, is that our 4th? Nope. Maybe. You guys are out of iron ore. So that's 4. So that repair must be 1, which would put us at 5. Yeah, and we're at 5. Okay. So it looks like we do need to repair the piggy hole. So it's either going to be sticks or straw. Okay, female, male, male, female. So let's get rid of one of the males. Whichever one's oldest is the one that we will sell. Looks like it's this guy. So there's 1,200. Oh, hey, diplomacy level. That's a win. So that's going to cap out Castellan for us. So they're now only using 30% of their food, water, and firewood usage. Alright, let's see how much better the iron pickaxe is. That's still 4 swings. Well, I guess it's 4 instead of 5, so that's something. Salts. I'm hoping to not spend too much time in the mine, guys. I know it's boring. Mostly we just need the rock for our beautification efforts. And the iron doesn't hurt either. Because that's just extra money. We all like money, right? I have to check the salt ones here because we did encounter that one that looked like it was salt but was actually iron. I think it was just the glow of the torches on it from that specific angle. Okay, so we can put our feathers in here for sale. We can put our iron in there to use. We can put our manure in there. Shoes in there. Stones and sticks and straw. Okay, so what are we looking at for stones? We've got 215. We could probably do that next part of the fence. So let's go ahead and slowly make our way back. We'll do some wolf hunting along the way. So the predators give you more XP for hunting than the prey animals. That's why I wanted to look for wolves. So maybe let's see what the drop is on this thing. Maybe now's the time to experiment a little bit. Oh. Well, that blasted him in the side of the head, didn't it? There's a good distance shot. So it does have less drop than the arrow, or than the flatbow does. Still got a little bit, but it's not very bad at all. There's one. Finally. Okay, that is definitely a plus side to this thing, is a body shot on a wolf will still kill it. So you don't actually need to go for the headshot. Shit, I'm gonna have to reload it, aren't I? Yep. Reload, you son of a bitch! Okay, so I don't understand why the first one, the body shot was enough to kill it, but the second two, the body shot just kind of bounced off of them. Not entirely sure what was up with that. I don't know, this thing might grow on me, but I feel like we need more hunting experience to really make it worth the effort. Well, there's a bunch more leather that we didn't need. How are we doing on XP for hunting anyway? We're still a ways away. That locked and loaded's the skill that we're aiming for here. So we actually have enough wool for 3 spindles, but we need 4 spindles to make the post. So that's kind of problematic. Normally this is the point where I would check on the fields because it's the last day of the season and they're done for the day. But it was winter, so we know that we're good. Or at least as good as we were at the end of fall, which was the last time we could have done anything about it. I would like to look into possibly doing an orchard. I think that could be interesting. I just don't know what kind of orchard I would want to do. One fence handled. So we're going to come out to where it's even here. I'm going to draw it back until it's even here. It's more or less. So it's like so. I'm going to drag it over to here. More or less in the middle, so it goes red. Perfect. Alright. This is also build experience, which is always good. We want that tier 3 material storage. That'll be real nice. Okay, so that's not as clean as I had hoped for, but I think we can get it to work. It's for the geese, so it's not a huge deal. As long as they don't manage to find a way to hop off the side here, we're fine. Which, I mean, if anything's going to find a way to hop off the side, it's going to be the birds. Just saying. And I am, for some reason, losing my voice. So today is kind of a special episode, though. We have officially been going every day for a month. From the last day of June to the last day of July on this Let's Play. So that's super fun. And I know I'm not going for as long as some of the other streamers do, but I'm also not a professional streamer. I'm not monetized or anything, so that's, you know, still gotta do real life stuff. But this is episode 33, which means this is actually our 66th hour, because we tend to do 2 hours a night in this save, and it is completely vanilla, which is why it's taken so long. But that's okay. I am enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. On this save. So I think what we're going to do is maybe get a little bit more interactive and let you guys come up with any ideas if you'd like to see me try and build something or try and get something to work. By all means, let me know about it. But I can tell you, though, that for the price of this game, it is definitely worth it. My rule of thumb when I buy games is I need to get at least $1 an hour. Or an hour a dollar, rather. For it to be worth it to me. And we have definitely gotten more than $1 an hour out of this. That is for sure. And that was prior to the... I mean, I'd already met that requirement prior to this playthrough, but just this playthrough alone has met that requirement, so... Now that corner actually meshed together pretty well. Okay, so our gap's right here. So we're going to try and get one in front of the gap. So let's go to miscellaneous, lighting. What did I... Okay, so I forgot the sticks, and I forgot to turn the wool into thread. Yeah. Not quite. Beautiful rainbow after the rain. My people seem happy. Well, that's exciting. Just a free good thing happened. Okay, so it looks like 13,000 is our taxes now. The favor to ask you taxes.
Have a good day.
Okay, do we have a trumpet? We don't have a trumpet, so we don't have to worry about him. That is good. Okay, we do, however, need to go to management and fields and change them over to flax before I forget. Except... really wish I had put up another... Well, we didn't have the seeds for it anyway, so that wouldn't have mattered. Okay, we should be able to do that. Yep. Excellent. Okay, I don't know why it is doing that to us. So let's see about turning it... this way? There we go. It kind of covers it. It at least distracts from it as you're running by, so it's not super obvious. So I am doing this. I'm helping him out. Not because of timing or anything like that, but simply because we harvest twice what they do. Because of the way that our skills are set up. And since we can make a decent amount of money off of the rye, we're going to go ahead and help. We already got significant bonus, so I believe... Oh, maybe we didn't get as much as I thought. Well, we almost got 2,000 just out of what I did, and I usually get 2,000 total, so... I mean, that's the thing. Guess we can just take the last one out of there. Alright, maybe we will go and clean up a little bit more. I would like to see at least 2,000. I think... I would like to try to maintain 10 buckets of water. And then do, the rest of them as milk. If they can. That would be ideal for me. Unfortunately, there's not any real way to control that once we get a water carrier back. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. So that's a bit of a problem. We are actually full. They're out of weight for food storage, and that is a problem. I also don't understand why they did not make more cheese than they did when we had this much milk sitting in there. That's frustrating. I may have to help knock down the cheese a little bit with the next batch of milking that goes on. And we still got the planting to do, and then we're gonna have to come up with some ideas on things to do while we wait for time to pass now. Because we've gotten most of the things automated now to the point that there's not a terrible lot going on. So if you guys have anything that you would be interested in seeing or would like for me to do for entertainment purposes other than sing, let me know. Nah, you guys aren't ready yet. Oh yeah, how's your colt? You still a colt? Colt is still a colt. Gotta be soon. Oh, did we have anybody come off maternity leave? We did! We had 2 people come off maternity leave. We've got Blanca and Zabora. I don't know. I may have butchered that name, and if I did, I apologize. So, what do we need for... we just... Our kitchens are running lean now. So that's a thing. They were full yesterday. Which means, I think I know why we're not making... No, neither one of those were the ones with making cheese, so... Alright, So that's her with a job again. Oh, that one's pregnant too? Come on! Okay. So I am going to do both sides of this in oats this time. We're not selling off the poppy. It doesn't really sell for enough to be worth it. We're just going to hold on to it for making strength potions. And basically only replant the poppy side if we actually run out. Otherwise, we'll just double up on oats and rye. So that'll give us a little bit more animal feed, because we are starting to take on more animals. I did not look at the feed, but I noticed we were getting low, and it was either because I was neglecting it, or we are actually starting to out-eat what we're producing. So I wanted to give ourselves a little bit of a boost this season, just in case. I would also really like to get another full 100 fields set up for flax and rye, just for money reasons. I don't know about the rye. We might just do mostly flax in it and leave it fallow otherwise. But the extra linen can't hurt because we know what we can make out of linen to make money. On top of, as we pick up in the amount of wool that we have, we might need more linen. I don't think we'll ever really need more linen, but that's okay. We're bringing in quite a bit just with the 2 fields that we already have, but the extra flax seeds for money and the extra shirts from the linen, or the caps rather, will make us quite a bit of additional income. Okay. So let's go to farm, field. I would like to, I think we're going to use the last of our 4 squares here to make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I would like to use the last of our 4 squares to make a orchard. Is that actually the end of it? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And under management, we can go to field 5 and also make it flax. And this one we're just not going to change. It will always stay as flax. We may have to do some more shops, though, at the rate that we're going. So we're going to wind up with more goods than we can sell to the villages. Not to mention the shops themselves. So our shops are pretty much tasked with the exception of the materials shop. But, like the clothing shop really can't increase production much more. Especially since I think the person running it's 10 now. Of course, we could always get out of the cheese industry and use those farmers elsewhere. I feel like with the Castellan at rank 3 now that we are overproducing quite a bit on food, so we're going to turn that down a little bit. We're going to redo the math on that. Because the potage is absolutely out of hand. So I'm thinking that when we drop that 30% food usage, it shifted. Well, also our our chefs are getting better at their jobs too, which, I mean, it is helping, but it isn't helping that particular issue. Okay, so let's look at our food situation here. So we are at a food demand of 1201.2 per day. So if we divide that by 30, that gives us 40.04. So we'll say 41. So 41 potage per day is what we need. So if we come back to our kitchens, how much are we actually making? Well, there's 22. 22.94. So we still need 17.1. So she's making 14.19, but there's only one of her in there. What are you guys making? 3? So we still need 17.1, and there's 3, and there's... Yeah, that's over 17.1. It is indeed. So let's take you guys down a peg. Well, and we can probably reduce it to like 2 for now and just let it run out a little bit. Honestly, we can probably drop them completely off of it. We'll have to bump it back up. Well, we won't have to bump it back up because when we get our second person back here, that's going to increase. Probably by more than we want, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Yeah, our animal feed is dropping kind of alarmingly. Okay. So I think doing a double of oats was actually a good idea. We should have enough to last us until the oats come to fruit. Wow, he almost made it all the way through the flax stalks before the end of the year. Because, I mean, next season we'll be harvesting flax again, so it actually worked out really well. And we do have the 310 there, so that's good. Okay, there is quite a bit of leather, so we can make a bunch more shoes to sell. Oat grain. Oh, I must have saved some oat grain. That was smart. And there is some rye. And there are still a chunk of simple shoes. So I think that's what we'll do. There's going to be quite a bit of threshing. And I'm starting to lose my voice. So I think we will go ahead and call the stream a little bit early. It's not super early, it's only like 20 minutes early, but between losing my voice and the fact that we have a crap ton of work to do, that is a whole lot of rye to thresh and then make things out of. If you learned anything useful, if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you next time.